impact. Ms. Wilson, you just talked about childcare, and actually the Comox Valley Chamber of Commerce in my riding, their number one priority pre-pandemic was affordable, accessible, universal childcare. And we look at Quebec, where 70,000 individuals went back to work. And like you said, all genders benefited from that program, but it was predominantly women that benefited from their childcare program, and their GDP, as you know, grew 2%. It's been instrumental for their economy. Right now, we've seen women disproportionately impacted by the COVID crisis. Can you speak about how critical this is to the economic piece, to helping bring people back to work, especially women?
So there's no doubt, as I said, childcare is essential. And I think it's long overdue that that Canada implements a national childcare program that is publicly funded, that takes the model that we see in Quebec, that has excellent, robust data showing that it works, and that there's a good return on investment there, and that the labor force participation increased in Quebec. So the data's there, it's there in other countries, it makes sense. It should be quite honestly a no-brainer. So my short answer is let's do it already, right?
Yeah.
And then of course we see, but let's face it, even if we had a national childcare program across Canada, those childcare facilities would have been closed during social distancing. So we still have to look at systemic inequalities that exist within the economic system, as well as you're looking at tourism. Women entrepreneurs are highly represented in tourism and accommodation in that sector. So there are other issues to be solved in addition to the childcare issue, in order to really get that sector back on track.
Very quickly, Gord.
Yeah, just I know I've only got a few seconds, and obviously we're seeing the housing crisis that's going on right now, and the impact that's having on not just employees of business owners, but actually business owners themselves. And we used to, 10% of our housing market was non-market housing in the 70s and 80s. Now we're less than 4%. Can you speak about how critical it is for the federal government to invest in non-market housing and partner with all levels of government and start building housing?
Yeah, I think that's it's critical when you look at making sure that an intersectional sort of, not only a gender-based analysis is implemented when you look at economic housing issues, but also we're looking at intersectional issues. And so when you pair, economic inequalities with racial inequalities and gender inequalities, you see that, these issues can't be addressed adequately in a vacuum, or by solving them in just one area. We really have to look at how everything is interconnected, and how we can address things at the systemic level.